Hey guys, what's up? Sakafet, it's your boy DD758. Thank you to all my subscribers and thank you to all my new subscribers. Today we're doing 90 day and I think it's gonna be a good one because let's start with the couple of the hour, Jovi and Yara. Jovi and Yara finally got married. They got married in Vegas. And Yara actually, I think for the first time in her life, actually look at Jovi's booty because she's like, oh, she never realized Jovi had this nice booty. I was like, Yara, how long and you and Jovi have been together? You never realized Jovi had a nice booty. What do they do? Like, I mean, for you've been into him for so long and you didn't know he had a nice booty, but then she realized he had a nice booty. She looked nice. He looked handsome. It was really good. And then they got to the point where they got to Vegas. Well, they were in Vegas. They went to the small chapel. She said she's seen stuff like that on the television, but she's never seen like it in real life. But she's never seen him being married by somebody dressed up as Elvis. And I think Elvis he chose the right song. Amazing Grace. We all know Jovi and Jovi not saved. Jovi is that rich. We know Jovi not saved, but that was the good song. He chose the right song for that wedding. But they got married. I just couldn't get past a little bit that Elvis lookalike. He wasn't an Elvis lookalike to me. I didn't feel the vibe. All I heard his chest. I was like, ugh. But anyway. But it got to the point where they got married, then they went to the reception and then Jovi's auntie gave a little speech and like they said, I think from the start of that episode, Jovi's mom said Jovi is a mama's boy. So that spoke words. Like when she said he was a mama's boy, now I know why Jovi is so spoiled. But his aunt gave a speech and she's like, don't mess it up for he and Yara, and he was like, "Yeah, he ain't gonna mess it up and this and that on the food." But then it got to the point they got married. They spent some time in Vegas. Jovi went back to work, and because of CV, Jovi was stuck at work for like a couple of months. And you can see Jovi is not ready for marriage, and Jovi is not ready for a baby. When they got back, like the child, he couldn't. Jovi didn't even know how to put a baby car seat. Jovi put the thing in the wrong direction. So Jovi is just you can see Jovi is just not ready for a child. Jovi is not ready for marriage. But it seems like I don't know. They maybe Yara loves him. Yara wants to try, but that they're too young. Jovi is a mama's boy. He's not ready. Jovi likes to drink. Jovi likes to party. But it was just nice that the whole thing played out with the two of them, and then we saw the baby. That was congratulations to them and congratulations to them on the marriage and the baby. But I just hope they make it through because of the sake of the kid. Basically, that's all it was with Yara and Jovi because that episode was more or less about Yara and Jovi, the Yara and Jovi special. Then we got Amara and Andrew. Oh, Andrew he creeps me out. Andrew really really creeps me out. He's talking about to his sister and his mom, and he's definitely not telling them the whole truth. He's just saying part of the truth. In fact, nothing wasn't the truth. And he had Amara. I started to think or wonder was Amara working for BBC because when you're a news reporter, you just grab your suitcase and run from country to country to catch the next breaking story. And that's what it felt like Amara, Amara felt. First she was in Mexico, she was detained in the airport. Then from Mexico she went to Serbia, and then Serbia is an unstable country. But I was like wondering like is she going to report the next? Where is she going to jump to next? But she finally came to her senses, and she just said she don't want to be with him anymore. And he had that conversation with his mom and his sister, and he was lying. That man was definitely lying to his mom and his sister. So I'm glad Amara changed her mind about him and she left. And he just need to come clean because the sister made a statement when the sister said she suspect that he is not telling them something like for her. He's trying to say it's because of anxiety. But we always know because of anxiety. But the sister suspected that something isn't right. You understand? So then he's trying to make it look like it's all her fault, Mr. I know, I call him Miss Dogfire because I don't know who like he looked a male babysitter or a male guy that works at or works amongst children or kids. I think he got a brain of a child. Then we have Natalie. Yes, Natalie deserves a Grammy Award. In my last live, I said something is definitely wrong about Natalie. Natalie just used all that crying and she did all that just to get Mike to marry her. That's all she did. Natalie was just acting because I don't think Natalie was really sincere. She's like, oh, Tara, take me back. Tara, take me back. Oh, Mike, where's the ring? I don't want the ring. I don't want the ring. And take me. Oh, she's crying and all that kind of drama. And we all know Natalie. I think Natalie just did that just to, like I said, to start a channel on YouTube to get the fame she wanted. And it does not get the green card. It has nothing to do with the marriage because the rumor is they getting a divorce. But Natalie is just, I think she was just a scam artist to me. That's just me. But maybe somebody else might have a different opinion. Then we have Harris and Stephanie. Harris. I don't know, guys, but Harris was a 90-day best all, and Harris spoke about how he enjoyed Stephanie, how he, in Caribbean slang, he say he mash up that pum pum. Like Harris just wasn't serious, and Harris said he said the key was Stephanie was giving free money. When they was interviewing him, he said Stephanie was giving free money, so hey, why wouldn't he want to jump on that? Because if you go to a country and the economy is not that good, but then you just go, you take care of the guys like Ryan's whole family. After you take care of Ryan's whole family, you take care of you give him a job and he not knowing he have a job. First off, she met Ryan and Harris at the starting when she got to Bailey's, and then when she met them, the two of them, all three of them, they were like basically partying and stuff like that. But then she approached Harris. Stephanie is she's another one. But she approached Harris. She liked Harris, then she liked Ryan, but she chose Ryan. But then it still got to the point where she was still in contact with Harris. So we all know that Harris is not, basically, he's just playing Stephanie. And his baby mama, Emma, seems to be in on it because when Stephanie called him and they had that whole conversation, Stephanie's like, she wants to speak to Emma. And Emma is like, when she asked Emma, is she and Harris still together? Emma is like, well, I was like, that pause was just too long for my liking. So that told me that there is something more going on. And she said, you just have to be who makes you happy and this and that and the food. And then it got to the point. I think we need to start a support system for Stephanie's cat. Because that cat looked like it's just going through trauma after trauma after trauma. That cat looked like, what is she doing? And then she burned the K1 visa. Now she has, a picture of Harris on the fridge. And then she just showed up the cat the cat just looked like it just needs to get out of that house. But anyway, that whole situation. And I also caught something. I don't know if you guys caught it, but I'll bring up the picture soon so you guys can see. Maybe you guys can sound off in the comments as well, but I'll bring up the picture of what I caught. I might not be the only one that caught it. Maybe other people that was watching the show might have caught it as well, but I'll show you guys the picture in a bit. But I caught something, and let me bring up my girl. What's up, Kia Simone?
Hey, how are you guys?
What you want to talk about first?
So you know who I want to go in first. Let's just go and get Harris out the way. I couldn't even get his name right last night, okay? Harris, oh my gosh. I was trying to give him the benefit when you called him a hard worker a few weeks back, but he's a scammer. Like, because he never talks about love. He just talking about this American dream of getting to America, when the producers were asking him all those questions. So I'm like, Harris. And I understand that Stephanie, she shouldn't be so gullible. But Harris, you're going to go all the way to the United States, leave your 4 kids, and I think that's his wife. So, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I want to show the picture first. You'll get there.
Okay,
you'll get there. But
you're going to leave your people behind? Come on, Dee Dee. And then I'm like, what woman? Like when she was on the phone, the mother of his children, she sounded hesitant. So I'm like, girl, that took a lot. That was breaking her heart. But she, they already, I believe they have an understanding. Like, go there and get the money, send us some money back. Even if you gotta, have sex with Stephanie or be her boy toy. That's what he's about to be, her boy toy, Stephanie's boy toy. So at the end of the day, I do not care for Harris or even the Stephanie situation. Stephanie is like 2 hours away from me. I feel like going to Stephanie's house and be like, girl, stop it. You keep telling the cat he got a new daddy and you put new pictures up. Girl, stop, Stephanie, stop it.
But let me since you threw it out there, let me bring the picture up because there is I thought I was the only one that saw where he had that ring on his finger. Because now I'm starting to wonder, are they married? Is he and Emma married? Because look, in the picture, and I literally circle it, for me that looks like a wedding band. So,
but Dee, even if he's not legally married, him and his mother, his children, they're scammers because y'all trying to, basically rent him out to be Stephanie's boy toy at any cost. So
let me bring up Diali. What's up, Diali?
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Oh, that was it broke my heart. It broke my heart, the bit where he was on the beach watching the kids and Emma, is it the baby mother called Emma?
I don't even know her name.
I don't think that's his baby mom alone.
That's his
because
wife.
Like in the picture I put up, you can literally see he has a wedding band.
Yeah,
so I'm starting to wonder.
Sorry, Dee, what was you saying?
No, I can see he has a wedding band on his wedding finger, on his ring, the marriage finger. Yeah, so I'm starting to wonder, is he married?
Yes, he's married. You can see he was married. That man is old as hell. He's probably Ryan's daddy for all we know. Yes, true. Probably Ryan daddy. That's why they're so angry with each other. Because look, Stephanie and her dry poom poom come on the scene, was getting dicked down by Ryan, and then this older man comes swinging the big D around, and she thought, you know what, I'll have him. You know what it was like to me? It was like a slavery auction. It disgusted me. Even though I'm making joke about it. But the way she gave him money, there was a scene where she gave him the $100. It was like, here is for your services. I don't know about you, I'm not a guy, but me, if somebody deals with me like that, they're paying me for my services. I'd be offended. I know he's from a poor country and things are hard, but to me, that didn't settle right with me at all. And the poor wife, and she's the wife, let's just call her the wife. She has to go along with it for the sake of he's selling her this dream about, I'll be better off for the kids. Listen, as soon as he gets to America and starts eating those McDonald's, he's gonna say, Emma who?
You know what I think his plan would be? Get to America, get married, and get a divorce, and bring Emma and his kids over.
Nah.
You don't think so?
Nah. I married a guy who did the same old trick. As soon as my husband at the time, as soon as he got his green stamp, because it's a green stamp, the first thing he said in a joke is, "Oh, now I can divorce you." It never happened.
So look, okay, so you're saying if Ryan had to get a divorce, he would not try and bring Emma to the US?
Nah. Listen,
you look for another woman?
Nah, he's gonna look for a younger woman. He's gonna see those American big titties, and he's gonna be gone. Thinking what? Look, this woman has this Caribbean man waving to cats. So there's two pussies in the house. That's crazy.
I disagree with you because I honestly think he looked like the kind of guy that could manipulate a woman pretty well because he's throwing to Stephanie a dream, like telling her, I love you, throwing that out there. So he could and look how he influenced Emma to be in that scandal. You understand? So then he would still get married to Stephanie. Most likely get a divorce. He can bring Emma over, but then he knew when he has Emma, he can still have other women. So that's why I think
Dee, think about it like this. America is no walk in the park. Yeah. And it's the same when guys come over here to the UK. They automatically think England is paved with gold, and it is really hard unless you have a profession. Even if he has qualifications from Belize, he's going to have to retrain in the States. He's gonna have to start all over again. So he's gonna have to mess with Stephanie and her dry punny, for a long time. Believe me, he's gonna have to service her, service the other pussy in the house as well, and keep himself quiet. He's forgetting about that. I'm not saying this man doesn't love the kids. I'm not saying that at all. But once he gets that American dream and he sees what's out there, he ain't looking back to Belize. He's not going back.
Kia, what you think, Kia?
I'm never speechless. It's just like y'all might as well just have a whole big party. They might as well listen, this is what it is. And with Stephanie, I just think that she has some insecurities because she's controlling Harris with the money, and that's the same way she did with Ryan. So sometimes when women of power find somebody that's not, I don't say beneath them, but that doesn't have as much as she does, that she's using that as a power, to control him. So she can't be that clueless, because how you switch from one cousin to the next cousin in less than it was overnight. You broke up with Ryan, then you call Harris, and then let's go back to Psyche. That's why I told y'all you need to go talk to Jesus and pray, because that Psyche did not tell her nothing right. The Psyche should have told her that, hey, he's a player too. He about to get you all messed up. So her friend, the Psychic.
Yeah, but she could have come to me. I would have tell her what it is. I would have just tell her Harris using you and Ryan using you. But the thing is here, with 90 Day Base all go a little depth into that whole situation where she was, from the starting when she got to Belize, she was already talking to both of them, but she chose Ryan, but she was still keeping in contact with him. But she liked both of them at the same time, which is, I don't know what. At her age,
is trash too, okay? Because any woman that does that, I don't care. If you got the from one man, you don't go sleep with his cousin. I don't like my ex, but I would never sleep with none of his friends, nobody in his family, and I don't like him. So who does that? You gonna call the cousin, and that's his cousin? You trash, honey. We don't do that in the United States.
You know what she's doing? She's keeping her options open. The legs and the options are open for business.
Yeah, listen, she keeping the legs
tell you.
But she's too old.
She's a garden tool.
That is an older woman.
Oh, hey, you guys.
Hi,
hey,
Nibia.
Mr. Bia. Hey, Rich.
Hey, Miss Nibia and
hello.
Hi.
Hi there.
Hi. Sound off, Miss Nabia.
Sorry. Oh, you want me to go first? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Right, Andrew. I mean, I just can't. Andrew needs to sit down. His mom is she babying one of the kids in the nursery? I mean, when she sits there and is talking to him, I just find it ridiculous, the fact that they put all of this on Amira when this girl is doing all the moving around. It's just ridiculous. I'm actually quite upset on her behalf, because watching him with his unironed shirts, it's just the way you said something's wrong about him. There's something not right about that boy. The way he tried to manipulate her all the way through out of this, right? And then finally, when she actually had the courage to realize what's best for her, she now looks like she's the one that's been stringing him along the whole time. I just think that was out of order. And for the mom to say, do we even know that she's had an anxious anxiety attack? Yeah, we do, because the girl's been in jail practically for 5 days because of your son. Like, how, you know what I mean? Like, that really got me upset. And then the sister sat there like she had no IQ whatsoever. You didn't even know what you were talking about, because whatever you were saying didn't make no sense. You know what I mean? And it was just, I can't. Let me just lose that and calm down. Andrew just got me annoyed.
Yeah, the moment the sister definitely enable us, like they enable him. But the thing is, he's lying to him. But the sister did said something that made a little sense. At one time, she said, she think he's not, there's something he's not telling them, which she was right, because he's not telling them the full story.
What do you think is going on?
Yeah,
So
I
well,
mean,
he gave an alternative for her to either probably maybe go back to France or come to the US. But then I think she dodged a bullet because he looks really, really controlling. And
Very
to be honest, he
controlling.
looks like the kind of he looks like those silent abusers. I'm just saying that is
Yes.
how what I think about him. But he's
Yeah,
very creepy.
but remember, he does emotional abuse. He's been doing that from the beginning. When he talks to
Mhm.
her, he always makes her feel emotionally at fault. Like he always makes her feel like I do this A, B, and C for you. So in order for you need to do A, B, and C for me. And if you don't do it, now all of a sudden your love doesn't show, but mine is on full view because I'm looking after you. So that again in itself is abuse. But the girl didn't realize it till now. That's what I Go on, Kia.
Oh no, you telling you giving all the tea, Miss Nivea.
Oh right, okay.
I was just,
But let me
that was my
hold
church
on.
finger, like, oh
All
yeah.
right, okay, thank you.
But hold on, let me see.
But
Really,
yeah,
the new hold
sorry.
on, the Mr. Beer, the new caller. Let me see what
Oh
what
no,
you gotta say.
go on. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, hi,
Hi.
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. How you doing?
Oh, I'm good. So I think
All
I'm a
right.
little late, but I was gonna agree with D. Alley that if Harris gets to the U.S., he is not coming back for the wife. It's a whole different story. Like once you get here and you realize how hard you have to work and like how like money does not stretch far. Like especially if
You
you like
thank you. Thank
if
you.
you
I
you
look.
don't like
appreciate
trust
Okay,
that.
me, trust me,
Thank
trust
you.
me. It does
Rick.
not. I used to
Let,
work with international students, and they're working hard sending money back, and then they're struggling. It does not stretch far, and like there are whole books written about this of like when people like are lifted out of poverty, they forget back home because it's they're in a different world now.
Yeah.
no,
Thank
but let
Your,
you.
me
your
look.
life
That
is now separated to FaceTime, WhatsApp calls. That's it.
but let me. Okay, let me tell you. I'm from the Caribbean, so I know a little bit about guys like Harris and Ryan. But
Mhm.
Harris, he comes up as the one that would go to America, probably do construction. He looked like he would do anything for a dollar because he looked like he's well skilled. Because if you saw he climb the coconut tree, like to make a living, he looked like he would do stuff. He looked like he would do stuff to make a living for his wife and his kids. But
Okay.
the only problem with him is he looks like he's a womanizer. But I guess maybe I just think I guess think differently because I'm from the Caribbean, so I know a little bit about that
But
kind of lifestyle.
Didi, sorry to interrupt you, but Didi, you're thinking how you would do things.
Yes.
Well,
How
Yes.
yeah.
you would do. You're thinking from a good place. You got to understand someone like Harris that comes here and speaking from my own experience with seeing my family, my ex-husband's family members, as soon as they come here, they forget about family. And the family are calling, wanting that money. But the reality is it's hard. It's really hard and it's a lot of pressure. So they do end up in with somebody who has a bit of money. And unfortunately, like you said, he had to climb the coconut tree. He has to climb on Stephanie daily.
Yeah, you're thinking about somebody that's honorable. I mean, hey, once you get here, all that stuff can go out the window. You have all these plans. He can tell her all this stuff that she wants. But once he gets here and he's earning money, he could find some other young girl. She'll be happy. You never know. What
You,
if he finds him a nurse?
but you ladies not giving Harris the benefit of the doubt at all.
Look, if you're willing to climb on that, I know you want to make it here, but damn, can you have some standards?
This woman is mash. She is rough as hell. I mean, she got no ass. She got no good titties. She don't even have a good face. But yet
No,
he's
but
there holding hands and reminiscing. When this man knows he has a whole wife and kids, disgrace. I felt bad
well,
for the
I
woman.
guess look, I guess we all agree that the way he climbed the coconut tree, she was impressed because she knows he got the skills. I guess we all agree. I guess we
Listen,
all agree.
Didi.
Stephanie, you must have skills.
So listen, Stephanie looks like the controlling type. So if he happens to make it over to America, I think that he gonna be her little sex slave, her boy toy, all the stuff he thinks he's about to do. He's not about to do none of that. Y'all
Yeah,
might
well,
have to come from the Caribbean to come check on him, Harris, because it's not about to probably go down like how he think it is.
No, because remember,
wasn't
he
there
still
another
has.
white Stephanie with the young Jamaican boy
Mm-hmm.
from a couple seasons ago?
Well, Harris was
Was Ashley.
No, Ryan.
Ryan's cousin, so she was dating Ryan, and
Yeah.
then she switched over to Harris, which is they're trying to say that's the daddy now, but I think they're cousins.
Ryan was the house boy, let me tell ya. She feels in her mind she's upgraded with Harris. I mean, you see how fast she was to put up that paper cutting of that boy lying down on the bed? It's not even a hot picture. That was the worst part about it. You're getting this man to kiss your cat and say hello to cat. Crazy.
I know that was
Absolutely
Look,
crazy.
she gonna be cleaning out the cat poop out the
Yeah.
thing. Did you see she was making
cat
medicine?
litter.
You seen the episode when she was feeding the cat in the bed? So he
Feeding
was
him yogurt.
like, I have dogs, but
Feeding
I've
the
never
cat
been in the bed.
yogurt.
Yeah. You wait,
But
you wait. Sorry,
Mr.
Dee.
Beer, what do you think about that situation, Harris and Stephanie?
Harry says what? What did you say?
Harris, what do you think about the situation with Harris and Stephanie?
You know what? I just think she's too desperate. I mean, at this point, like I said, it's first come, first serve. Anybody who got in the queue after that first boy, she would have had them. Anybody who's available, that's happy to have her, she's happy to give them the money as long as they move the way she likes them to move. Simple. She just wants to have happiness that in her eye really is not reality, because she's living in some sort of delusional world where she thinks Harris all of a sudden loves her. How is the man telling you he loves you after 3 days
Yes.
of
I forget
smashing
to make
you?
that
You know
point.
what I mean? In the hotel resort. How are you? And then you're sitting there and actually considering it. That's how you know this woman is either all the time she's on the pills allegedly, or and a combination of drinking. Listen, trust me, this woman is out of it half of the time. All she wants to hear is a man tell her he loves her and to do her at night. That's it. The rest she'll take care of. She'll take care of the money side, so she's good as long as you're doing her at night. You know what I mean? She's good. So Stephanie at this point is just beyond ridiculous. Look up desperation. She's right there. That's all I'm saying.
I
It's
didn't
just
have a
ridiculous.
Facebook
It's
too.
a shame because women her age should have a bit of class. You know what I mean? This is just classless. It's disgusting.
Well, apparently she ain't got the class, but she won that. Let me know. She won that AWS. But
She just so gross to me. The thing about it, if I have to pay a man to sleep with me, that man doesn't want me, he wants my money. He's not interested in me. I could have a face like Usman's ex-wife, and this man would be telling me, you're beautiful, you're this money. That's all these people see is money. And she's a tourist. She's a tourist to the country. Look, she had a revolving door of D. Revolving door. She had Ryan go out the back door and Harris come in the front. This man just came with his swag bag, go and take a shower before you do me.
Well, let's go here.
I know.
She knows that Ryan, because again, it's Ryan Harris. It was clear to us that he never seen a $100 bill, American $100 bill. So he was impressed with that $100 bill.
Did you see how he reacted?
Huh?
Did you see how he reacted? Sorry to interrupt.
Yes. So she knows her American dollar goes far in Belize. If she would have gave an American man $100, he would have been like, sis, can you put a car in my name? Can you give me such and such? He's not just gonna be impressed with $100. So I guess she feel like her dollar go farther in Belize because again, I still feel it's a control issue because she could have found somebody in America to be with, but I think she feels she wants to be in control. That's just it. Why are you finding all men in Belize?
Yeah, or abroad, wherever they go. These men, these women, should I say, or even vice versa. It's always the same thing. You go abroad to look for something else because that person has a need for what you've got. Simple. It's a product. Just like you go into the shop, they're going somewhere where she is more, her value as a product goes up because there's not so many of them there, But here in America, when she's in the swimming pool of America, she's fading in the background because there's plenty of young women here. This is the problem. Harris doesn't see the young 21-year-olds. They're not going over there to look for Harris. You know what I mean? But Harris is seeing the older lady who's lonely, who feels like, what's it called? Who feels like she needs to give you money to keep you. It's just ridiculous. He said to her, he earns that $100 over a month in Belize.
Okay, but
Or
let me
something like that.
let me ask all you ladies in the panel a question. Do you all think Harris is married to Emma?
Yes.
Yes.
Read?
Yes. He's married man.
Okay. Yeah. Because
Reed, you're on mute, darling.
Yeah,
get involved.
Wait, somebody said that she's been that way her whole life, and I think I don't know. I always see these conversations about like people getting attached to people that ghost them, and I'm like, those women have attachment issues. Like, if your only standard is that he's just there, and you don't care anything else that he does, but you'll accept anything, then yeah, something is wrong with her head. Like, she has some serious abandonment issues. Like, she'll take anybody, and having somebody that needs her for money is a way to keep somebody there. So yeah, most women need therapy and not a boyfriend sometimes. Same thing for men sometimes. So
Well, all right. Well, now let's jump back to Miss Nabia's topic with Amira and Andrew. What do you guys think about Amira and Andrew?
Oh, please, Jesus, Andrew needs a shower. Andrew needs a change of clothes. Andrew needs a haircut, and he needs therapy. He needs a therapy. He needs a personal trainer. Amira was only crying for the green card. She don't want that big boy. She don't want him at all. He's so greasy.
I don't even understand why she needs a green card necessarily. She's from France. She has a passport, It's not like this girl is illegal or needs to be anywhere to go abroad. She can go there. But I don't even know why a girl like her would want a man like him.
And Deep Alley.
I
can't figure that one out either. Because like I sound like you're from France.
No.
And Andrew, let's go here. Let's just be real. I don't even know what she was attracted to, because he looked like he got like 8 cats in the house. You still live with your mama. Just his appearance just like was too much for me. And I think I'm harder on him because of his attitude. He has a trash attitude. How dare you treat anybody like that and you're not hot? I mean, even if you're hot, you shouldn't treat somebody like that. But I just couldn't understand. Who's not? No. Let's be honest. He looked like he about 7 feet tall. Like he was like Andrew, go sit down. And he's mean. He's like he makes her cry. He plays so many games.
Yeah, I said that. Emotional. Trash. Yeah.
Something is wrong with him. And I'm glad that she finally had an anxiety attack and went home. Because he would have did some probably crazy stuff to her if she would have came here.
Yeah.
He would have used her as a sex slave. Of course he would have.
The man's always in shorts and sandals, and Hawaii t-shirts. Because is that all that fits you, Andrew? Get some proper clothes.
Listen,
I think like Amira dodged the bullet, to be honest, because they were discussing that she should have probably come to America for what? Because his attitude over the phone, the way he texts, that man looked like he's very controlling. Like I said, he just looked like somebody that under the like behind closed doors, he'd probably raise his hand or something. But he don't look. I don't know.
Let's go here, D. Alley. When she went to that detention center, first of all, I don't care who you are. I don't even think who the man who I think is the most sexiest man. I can't even. You're not about to in the middle of a pandemic. You tell me to, if you love me, why are you putting me in a position where my life can be put on the line while you sitting at home with your cats and all these children and your mama, but you want me to go somewhere and stay for 14 days?
No, he wasn't saying that. He was on holiday, remember? Don't forget. He was on holiday.
Yeah.
In Mexico while she was in jail the first time.
Yeah, and he was barely calling her. So
he wasn't even looking for her.
I would have never called him again. Okay.
Yeah. He wasn't even looking for her.
First of all, I wouldn't even been in the detention center, so I would have never showed up. But let's say you do go. Why are you still talking to this man? This man left you out to dry.
Yeah.
I agree.
Exactly. But the thing is, Kia, the green card is such a beautiful thing. I don't know what it is with the States, but over here, being as we're out of the European Union, she would need to apply for a visa here now. But America, I think she still needs to apply for a green card. I think it works the same. But I'm sorry, there's no amount of green card in the world would make me, would make me let Andrew near me. He is so rough.
No,
He
if you
is
definitely
degrading.
if you want to marry someone, you have to do something. You have to stay there for a certain amount of time. So the 90
But
days
Miss
still applies.
Nibia, Miss
Nah,
Nibia,
not doing it.
maybe I'm blessed because, like I said, maybe I don't, appreciate America because I live here. But seriously, Andrew, you gotta to go to bed with him, and you
I
gotta.
know. Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Deal. No. No.
Here,
God.
here
Too
are you
much
trying to give me
body. Too
nightmares?
much body for
No,
me.
I'm just
Sorry.
saying. Okay, because I'm just saying, maybe I can't grasp how important
No.
this green card is because I live here. But
No.
could you imagine doing a little strange things for some change?
Nah.
Nah, ain't nobody
Not
want to
if
imagine
enough
that.
money in the
No.
world. Nobody
Yeah.
ain't putting their hand
Ain't
on my
nobody want
body
to
unless you're
imagine that.
gorgeous.
No,
So
honestly,
y'all
I
know
always
I'm telling the truth. What was wrong with Amira? So let's ask how I heard. What's wrong with you?
no, there is something wrong with her. Remember, her daddy didn't really raise her. She has daddy issues. We already know that. So, and I think there's some deeper issues going on there because for her to feel that she's worthy of this type of treatment and to be with this type of man, it's just beyond me. So that already shows you that she in herself doesn't feel like she can do better than him. If this is the best that she thinks she can do, I mean, she doesn't see what we see then, clearly, because she's a pretty woman. Like, she's nice. So I don't even know. Yeah, no, me
Look,
neither. Michelle.
Mr. Beer, Diali, and Kia. Michelle said, I can't even drink and stick with Andrew.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna tell you guys the truth.
Right.
I'm not hard. I'm not like a person that's big. Like I said, because y'all get on me about the Jacob. That's a whole nother show. But I'm not big on looks. If you have a good personality, I can, I don't really go in on you. And the only reason why I go in on people sometimes is because your attitude is trash. So I probably would have never paid Andrew any attention if he was, a likable guy, he was kind. But his attitude is garbage. He's just so manipulative, and he just does some of the most insensitive things. She's over there in another country and you up there. I understand you got to go to work, but she's scared. Did you see when she went out to get food and how bad that it looked out there? And they don't know you and they tell you they ran out of food. Like, sir, I need you to take a break and talk to me. Calm me down. Comfort me. Do something.
But I think Fidel Chick got a point. I think she was doing all that because she thought she was in love.
Yeah, but again, she thought that for her to think and recognize that as love, that's a problem. So that's why there's something wrong there. For her to, again, self-love, exactly. I agree. She's very easily manipulated. Emotionally, he has manipulated her because he's reeled her in with looking after her, making her feel like she's safe with him. And now all of a sudden she feels like she will go to the ends of the earth to be with this guy.
So y'all see my face. I'm over here imagining.
Yeah. That's all right. Thank you, Red One 66.
Without his shirt on.
Kia, please don't never mention that on my show again for people to make their mind wonder about Andrew in bed.
Nah. I don't want to know. They're just
no.
For me, that whole situation with Andrew and Amira and also his mother and his sister, I didn't like the way his mother and his sister came across. And like I said, I think he's just lying to his mother and his sister. That's why they probably had that reaction, because he's only telling the story one-sided and they don't know the full story.
So the problem with his mother and sister, they're enablers. Because 9 times out of 10, when your family members are crazy, okay? Some stuff that my brothers do, I know that they did it. You don't even have to tell me. So I'm like, well, girl, he crazy. Or, you know what I'm saying? So his mother and sister, they probably just trying to get rid of him. And they, don't want to be bothered. But family be knowing those secrets. And I did a video about this before. If you knew something, would you tell the new person, like, stay away, warning? And most people say, no, I wouldn't say anything. So his mother and sister know that he got some issues. He was doing that when he was in the sandbox, doing crazy stuff or stuff that was warning signs, red flags. His mama know. She just want to enable that big old 7-foot baby.
Let's talk about Natalie and Mike. Natalie deserves a Grammy Award. That was the best acting I ever saw the last episode. With all that crying.
Tracy, what did she say? Tamara, was it Tamara? Drive, please, drive. Go,
Yeah,
go. I don't want to
Tamara.
look at his face. Please, I'm just like this girl. No, I'm not giving you the ring because it's mine now. What?
The ring is
Like,
mine.
really?
I not give the
It
ring.
was just too much. And then for Mike to come on, everybody knows, even as simple as a train ticket, if I book you a train ticket on my card, specific certain stations, certain machines, you know you have to have the card you purchase. Even a cinema ticket, you gotta have the card you purchase the tickets with to put in the machine in order for you to print out your tickets. So for them to go all the way to this motel, that was BS for me. For them to go all the way there to be told, no, you can't do it because this is not your card. We know you can't do that. That's fraud.
Exactly.
Those
Exactly.
checkouts get done since 19 long time. It's like, and then to go back to his house, now you can manipulate him and sit in the corner and cry all night. You know what I mean? To the point where the man changes his mind within 24 hours and you're married. And furthermore, does Natalie have a boob job? Because her boobs are looking healthy. Like, what is going on?
They are big titties. I am telling you. I wasn't looking at her face. I was just looking at the chest.
Same here. Where did they come from? Because I've only noticed them one time when she used to stay with him. But this is the only time when I was like, hold on, they look up and ready, like fresh.
Yeah, Mike paid for those titties.
Yeah, man, he did.
You should have asked me not the ring.
100%.
Uncle Bo, I give Uncle Bo a round of applause. Uncle Bo is the first man that successfully wed a wife beater and make it look good at a wedding.
BD, don't make me come to St. Lucia. Now, you know, Uncle Bo was drunk as all get out. He was just there with his, like, I couldn't even pay attention to the wife beater. He was just in there like.
What do you mean that white beater look good? Uncle Bo, he's my boy. I respect him.
Got this.
Uncle Bo know that Natalie was a scam artist. I have to be honest. Whenever the scenes came on with Natalie, I muted her. I cannot stand her. I can't stand where she talks through her teeth. I can't stand the way she's manipulating Mike. So, I'm glad in real time it never really went anywhere. I'm so glad.
I don't know what's going on with this show because even with Mike and Natalie, it's something strange. I don't know if they got some type of contract or some type of deal between themselves that they can't talk about. But those two people do not like each other. They've never liked each other. So I don't know. Like I said, maybe they got an agreement. Maybe he don't.
That show, 90 days just it's starting to get to a point where 90 days just starting to look like it's scripted. Because it's the same thing with Stephanie and Ryan. Stephanie spoke to Ryan, she spoke to Emma, right? Then they show in the next scene Emma and Harris kissing by the beach. Like, why would you show that? Like, he just finished talking to Stephanie and then you're showing a clip of he kissing Emma by the beach. So it's like, that thing is just starting to look like it's very, very scripted.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely scripted, phony.
They try to make it like, oh, well, after you're being filmed for all these hours a day, you forget that the cameras are there. No, you don't forget to take off your wedding ring and kiss, the cameras when you kiss him. Even the way he rubbed the mother of his child's back. That was like intimate. It was
not the bad. That was practically arse and hit. That was. That was not the back. Trust me. That was arse and hip grabbing. That was a scoop. You know when the man scoop, yeah. He digged into that skin. That didn't look like a little tender touch.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, you really think a man like Harris is not going to be flinging down that D on Emma in the night? Who are you telling that to?
He's telling her. He's told her already. The plan is just, baby, if I can get all of us to America, that is the dream. I bet you that's what he's telling her at night. Baby, if I can get all of us, all our children, can you imagine? I can get all of us to America. Let me just do this maybe for 2 years and we can be in America with the children. I bet you that's what he's saying.
Yeah,
sorry for my accent, people. I was trying.
No, like I said, Dee, I'm not believing it. Because like I said, it just seems like it's all scripted now. Because like I said, he had to have known that was going to be, you're going to see that on TV, or that they're going to show that part where you're kissing her. And just all of it. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah. You see, that whole thing with Natalie and Mike. And they said Natalie's writing a book I said to myself, what do you think the name of that book would be? I think the name of that book would be is I Don't Know What's Bleach. Because because Natalie, what you writing a book about? I
Her
really trying to
cooking
figure out.
channel.
Huh?
Her cooking channel. She's gonna give y'all some recipes.
Man, ain't nobody gonna cook Natalie food.
What, carrots? Her carrots, because that's all she wants to give him. Carrots.
Carrots.
And condemning people. That's what she's about in her show. You know, putting people down. You know, do you know what a museum is, Mike? Have you been museum? Who the hell does she think she is? You know, I mean, and what about that hair? Are you gonna get married with that mash-up hair and that
Yeah,
white
your accent, your impression of that accent, Diali, that was.
It's true. It's true, isn't it? You got white sneakers. She got the dress. I didn't see no perfume. I didn't see. Well, she took a brush and finally combed that nasty hair that she got. Man, I would send her back to Ukraine so fast their feet wouldn't touch the ground. I'm telling you.
You know what? She's desperate for that.
Go ahead.
Oh, she's very desperate for the marriage, desperate for the title. Can't you see? Even when they were standing there and Bo was talking to them about if the caravan is rocking, don't come knocking. It was just awkward for her. She was just there staring at him like now she's gonna serve him at night because that's the duties of a wife. Like she's that type of woman. She's so into the whole cultural, stereotypical get married husband wife. Because remember, her people at home are waiting for that. So the goal was to get married no matter what. Even though this woman was heartbroken, probably broken as a woman, right? Yeah. For her to, well, God knows if it was real or fake, but the way he's treated her, really, as much as she's a pain in the ass, it's been up and down, up and down, up and down. Let's be real. So I think in the long run, for her, it was like, I have to do whatever it takes to get married. And this is what she felt like was right for her. I mean, right by the lake. You know that's not what the standard that she wanted. She feels like she's some high class. You know what I mean? You know that's not the type of standard she wanted if she could choose. She'd be up in some posh place.
And it's all about she was married before and that never worked out. Remember she could
never worked out, but she had an amazing wedding.
Yeah, she couldn't talk to her Ukrainian husband about, do you know what a museum is? You know, she'd have got ragged all the way down that highway.
She couldn't go here. You always have to pay attention to people's word choices and what people are saying, also with what they're not saying. But you notice the whole time, this whole season, that's all she talked about was the ring. And I'm looking like, girl, she never really said, I want the love. She never mentioned love. She just said, when are you going to give me my ring back? When are you going to give my ring back? Like, girl, that should be the last thing. Y'all argue every day. Y'all do not like each other. Why are you so interested in this ring? So I think again, watch, this gonna come out that they have an agreement. They got something going on. Or she blackmailed Mike or something. Something is going on.
If I want to persuade a man to do anything.
The rumor is they get in a divorce. That's what the rumor is. But I think she accomplished what she wanted to accomplish, is to get that green card, start a YouTube channel, right? Like they say, she's going to start writing a book. So that woman came there with a whole plan, like a whole thing written down. And she just, everyone she accomplished, she just ticked it off.
Dee, that book is going to come, How to Come to America and Piss Everybody Off. That's what that book is going to be called. You know, how to come to America and piss off the nation, because she's an idiot. She's got no talent. She's got nothing about her. I mean, she's eating a carrot for breakfast. I would have taken that carrot and stick it where the sun don't shine.
Hello, dear.
So much.
So
no violence.
Now I'm with
let's talk about Jovi and Yara. Like, what do you think about Jovi and Yara?
Ay.
Like, young married couple.
I feel sorry for Jovi.
I feel
sorry
for Yara, not Jovi. I feel sorry for Jovi. Listen, if you lot really are honest, you know Yara is an absolute a-hole. She is. She has done nothing but complain.
The only thing that was beautiful was the fact of they're having a baby together, and it's a genuine relationship. It's not like a catfish relationship like the rest of the fake ones on the show. But I'm sorry, Jovi is a good guy. I'm sorry, and everybody doubted him when he went off with that stripper. He went off and got a little lap dance because clearly she ain't gonna do it for him. He never did anything wrong. I'm sorry. I'm with Jovi. I'm with
so
Jovi.
D. Alley, I'm gonna have to come. Where you at again? You in the UK? I'm gonna have to come to your house to get you together, girl.
Red flag. I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you.
So let me tell you why I think it's issues with Jovi. His mother has said too many times, like, I'm getting rid of this problem. Oh, like, you really don't know my Jovi. Like, she said too many, like, she put out too many hints, like, Jovi got some, like, issues going on. Like, I know my son is a problem. So, and he couldn't even put the doggone car seat in. Let's go there. Like, what you been doing, like, all while she was in there pushing his baby out? And he like, well, I thought my mama was going to do it. He's a little boy. I'm not saying he's a bad person. I just think that he has some growing up to do.
Yeah, I agree. He's very it's like he's there, but he's not there. Very much so. One foot in the relationship, one foot into his own independence shit. You know, sorry. Yeah, in his own stuff. You know what I mean? So I think, in a way, she's always on his case. When you do that type of stuff, it only pushes a man away. Like, exactly. You're not, there's no little bit of a balance. You gotta find a balance. I understand she wants him at home, but at the same time, you know how this man was. Everybody's telling you that when he's at home, he likes to be out all the time. Now, you have to sit down and decide as a couple what you guys want to do. If he tells you he's going to come home at a certain time and he constantly lets you down, I think that's going to be a big problem because the baby's not even here yet. Well, the baby wasn't even here yet and he's done it so many times already. So I think Jovi has a problem with communicating. And then when he goes out, he just allows the drink to take a hold as per usual. He just forgets what's going on.
But Mr. Beer, I'm sorry.
Mr. B and DR, I think you need to look at it at all angles. Just remember, Yara came, when she just came, I didn't like her attitude. But then as time went by, I started disliking Jovi's attitude because he brought Yara to the US. Jovi don't, like, if they have a family affair, Jovi would be drinking. Yara would just be standing there and he don't pay her any attention. When, like, he always wants to drink. And she now feel like, okay, she's in a place with no friends, no family, and Jovi has his friends, his family around. So Yara started to feel like she's lonely. You understand what I'm saying? So then, if Jovi not making an effort to make Yara feel comfortable, how don't you expect her to just be nagging all the time because he's not making her feel comfortable?
But Didi,
that's just how I see
it. Didi, if you've worked away all that time and you come home and all she does is piss you off, you're gonna want to go back out. You're going to want to go back out. And you know what she should have done? She should have put on some stripper heels, had some bourbon ready, and I would have given that man the best lap dance ever. He ain't going out on the strip for me. I'm telling you. He'd have been in, and he'd have been throwing those ones at me. In fact, I'd have made him couple of hundred. You know, he'd have had a pile of hundreds. Yeah. I'd have made his day. But she doesn't. All she does is annoying.
But D, Allie, could you imagine going somewhere where you don't know anyone? You're basically like in the house, and when you go out, you don't know anyone. You just have like basically, it looked like he gave her access to his credit card or gave her some money because she's able to go out. But could you imagine being somewhere where you don't know someone? So you have to be a little bit, patient with someone when you bring them to a new country and they don't know anything. Just let them get,
I ain't got no pity. I'm sorry. I'm Team Jovi. I know everybody probably hates me.
I'm Team Yara. I'm Team
Jovi.
Because look, what did Elvis sing? Amazing Grace. A wretch like Jovi. He knew. Imagine he never met Jovi in his life, but he just picked the right song to sing about Jovi. A wretch like Jovi. Because Jovi for the streets.
He needs a soul bloody cleansing, doesn't he?
Yeah, and Jovi is gonna have to change his friends because I don't know his friend's name, but he has that one.
You have to change one here. One. Yeah. The one that make him do all that bad. The one that's married, he tried to keep Jovi at bay, but the other one, no.
No, Jovi is misunderstood. You lot misunderstand Jovi. You have a man that works away. You have a man that comes through the door. you don't start nagging him. You don't. I understand you're from another country and everything's strange, but make him feel welcome. The only time she really welcomed him in the whole entire series is when she had a big belly and she actually stretched her arms out and welcomed him. And I thought, finally, she does not make that man feel welcome at all.
Dee, you know you my girl. I love this Dee, but we're gonna have to disagree on this one.
I disagree. Dee, you my girl, but I disagree.
Okay, so let's say I come over to the UK and then you just let me out there to drive. Like, dang, Dee, why did you invite me to the UK? And you don't even want to, you just left me in the hotel. You didn't even come say, hey, this is how you
say, Kia, I did not bring you over here so we can play house. Yeah, I'm coming to party. You better get with the program.
Well, look, Kia, Miss Nabia, we'll have to throw a little party, and then we'll just invite Diali Baliva at the hotel. Because maybe then she'll get the picture, because we will leave her at the hotel and we're having a good time. She'll get the picture. She'll probably get where Kia and I coming from, because Jovi is doing a bad job. He's doing a bad job. Jovi don't even know how to put the car seat right in the back seat. He was going to put the baby face in the windscreen. When you have to put it in the opposite, he never read the information. All Jovi does is drink and probably party.
I didn't think that was a bad thing. All men do.
Well, let me tell you.
All men do that.
In the United States, we call it Southern hospitality. So some of us Northerners might not have so much of the Southern hospitality, but when someone comes to your space, you're supposed to make them feel like home. Like when I went to the South a few months ago, they rolled out the red carpet for me. I was like, felt like that. I was like, kind of like, okay, all this for little me, but they made sure I was comfortable the whole trip. I'm in their town. I don't know where the bakery is. I don't know where anything is other than Google and you trying to find your way around. But they made sure that I was comfortable during that time until, we had a better, feeling.
I'm sorry, she know what Jovi was like before she got here. Team Jovi.
Well, Diali, I'm not coming to the UK to visit you.
like, Kia, I'm not going to the UK to visit Diali neither, because Diali going to leave me at the hotel and Diali must be partying the whole of London.
The airport.
Yeah, she don't even sound like she'll come get us at the airport.
I'll give you cab money. I'll give you money for the cab.
You see what I'm talking about?
I'll give you $100.
Shame on you, Diali.
But anyway, I'm just happy for the two of them. Kia, please, if you invite her, leave her in the airport. Don't go.
I would never leave anyone at the airport.
I would have my money ready to party. Don't worry about it.
Look, Diali look like the type of travel, like as soon as she get on the plane, she drinking and start partying.
Yeah. You're damn right. That's the only time you can enjoy your drink. Plane, holidays, Christmas, birthdays.
What we gonna do with you, Diali?
But anyway, guys, I'm about to wrap this up. I want to say congratulations to Jovi and Yara, and I also want to say, let's keep DMX in our prayers, because DMX was also one of my favorite rappers growing up.
Yeah, same thing.
DUI, yeah, that's kind of sad. They said he's brain dead, so let's just say a prayer for DMX.
I know DMX is my secret crush.
Oh my God, since forever. Funny thing is, I grew up in Holland, and we had a guy in the neighborhood when I was a teenager who was a bit older than us, and he looked like him. I remember thinking every time I'd see this black guy, oh my God, he looks like DMX. I used to love seeing him, but he was like in his 30s. Can you imagine being a teenager? And
he was in his 20s.
Huh?
He was in his 20s, and he was ripped and he was sexy.
Oh,
and
God,
he was in the Rough Riders.
I was so young. It was so wrong. But okay.
Let me tell you, before we end, my quick DMX story. I was married and he came to Detroit, and I wanted to go to his concert, but it was my anniversary day. And I was like, how can I tell my husband that I want to go to a DMX concert? So I was trying to figure out a story. So he figured out how to get me tickets, front row tickets to the concert. Now he took me, but I was all in like DMX. But what threw me off is DMX was drinking. So he took a swig of the liquor and passed it to the audience. Was like, "Nah, I need you to take a swig." I was like, "Now, bro, I like you, but I ain't drinking after you."
So Kia, you did a Jovi. You did exactly what Jovi would have done.
Yara and Jovi.
Prayers to
Yeah,
DMX.
we'll have to try and get you to the US song with Jovi. We need to work on that. We'll start a GoFundMe for you and get you to the US song with Jovi.
I will party with Jovi anytime.
Look, we need to start a support system for Stephanie's cat because that cat that cat is stressed out to the
Oh
max.
God, that cat needs to be rescued ASAP. ASAP. If she lives 2 hours away, did you say 2 hours, Kia? You need to get the bloody, what do they call it? The pet people. You need to call the pet people anonymously and report this woman because you can't be feeding the cat yogurt and then using him for therapy as well. That is just absolutely wrong.
I feel
Come
sorry
on,
for
cat
that cat.
lovers, find out where she is and report
Miss
her.
Libya, next time I go get my eyebrows micro shaded, I'm gonna go look for Stephanie.
You need to.
All right, guys. Mr.
And
Bia,
tell
what is your
her
next?
to put the hula hoop down. Sorry.
Mr. Bia, what is your next live?
Oh, in a minute. I've just pushed it back about 9 minutes. So 9 minutes. Actually, I need to go. Yeah, 9 minutes.
Well, all right. Well, I'll hop
There's
on that.
there's a really interesting story that has been going on here in England. It's really sad, but I wanted to have a little discussion about it. So if you guys are interested, it's a real crime story.
I will hop
very
on.
sensitive story, but yeah, come and check it out. My name's Miss Nabia, so yeah.
Yeah, subscribe to our channel, Miss Nabia. Diali, what's your closing remarks?
I'm gonna jump off, okay, quickly. Let me go.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right.
You're good. All right.
Well, I would like everybody to keep their prayers up for DMX. He is, he is the greatest, and we just pray he can pull through. If he doesn't, pray for his children that he's leaving behind and his family, because it's sad times.
Yeah. Miss Kia Simone.
So, I just add to what Diali said, prayers for DMX, because that's a rap legend. He, just gave us a lot of music and a lot of fun times. You can always find me on Kia Simone on YouTube. On Instagram, I'm author.Kia.Simone. And don't forget to pick up my book if you haven't already picked it up, From Pain to Love. You can find my book on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Thanks again, Didi, for having me.
All right. What do you do? It's your boy DD758. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment. Shout out my boy Perry. Shout out my boy Gio. Shout out my auntie Cheryl. The whole family. We're out. And keep your prayers up for DMX and his family. On 1, 2, 3.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.